Hi, my name is Ian DeGraff from Quality Edge, and today we're in Lowell, Michigan installing TruCedar on this home. We're going to walk you through installing the steel siding accessories. Okay, so we are here at our second row of siding. We've got our first row installed on top of our starter strip. We have our second row piece locked in. Again, this is just a sample section to show you how a seam works. So in this case, we have two factory edges. We'll just assume we have two long lengths here that we didn't need to make any cuts on. So I have my piece coming up and over with a factory edge, as you'll see right here. And we've got the driveway over here, so you'd walk around the house and you'd be looking this way down. We want our seams going, the exposed seams going out away from the viewer. On TruCedar, you've got an opening right here on all the factory edges and an opening on the bottom so that the lock doesn't get in the way of the overlap. With that being said, with our openings there, we're gonna use about an inch lap here. This will have a flush connection right here because of that gap in the bottom of the lock I just showed you. We've got our panels seamed together. Everything's looking good here. We're locked in tightly. I've got to mark 8 inches from our seam. This is the closest you'd want to have a nail to the seam right here. So I have my 2 panels on the wall here. Just like to point out for nailing through the nailing flange, have your nail head roughly 1/32 of an inch off of the wall to allow for expansion and contraction of the siding panel. You can see that right there. I don't have the nail completely flush to allow for a little movement. I just wanted to point out a couple things about cutting the panels. You've got 3 options: snips, which I've been using here, a chop saw with a steel blade in it, or a siding guillotine. With snips, a couple things. I've made this cut with snips to about here. And if you continue this around, the easiest way to finish this cut up without bending the lock is to go, once you've made that part, make this cut here. That'll open this section up here you could bend over. You could simply just keep bending that. You can make another cut. That'll pop off just like that. If you make a quick cut in the field and end up with a bent edge like this, you're going to need to go back, very quick process, and bend that back to the factory bottom of the lock, or else the lock will not snap together. Okay, now I'm going to slide this small sample panel into the lock here. This is the friction fit. I'm going to slide it up, push in the middle, and we're locked in.